Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my top things for toddlers on the airplane. Things that work. When I was going, before I went on our trip to Virginia last week, we were there for a week. I didn't know what to bring her, and I'm like asking everybody like what works, but so many kids are so different. But I want to give my perspective on what worked, what didn't work, and little things that I learned throughout the day, the flying days. So, first of all, on our trip, we just went to Virginia. On the way there, we had one layover. On the way back, we had one layover. I personally recommend the layovers just to get them walking and moving and running and playing and doing all the things, because when it's a straight shot, I've never done it, but 4.5 hours is my max I will ever do in life with a toddler. So breaking it up, I think, does really help. So we flew Frontier there and we flew Delta back. Frontier I really like for their price. It was very cheap. I want to say it was like $92 for me to fly there, and Mila's still under 2, so I didn't have to buy her a seat. When we were flying there, they moved me and this other woman who had a toddler to our own row. So I had my own row, and this woman had her own row, and she had a little boy, and she only had 2 seats on her row, and I had all 3 on my row, and I had a little girl. So I'm thinking, oh, this poor thing, she's probably going to want the row that has more room because he's going to be wild. No, it was my child that was wild, and her child slept the whole time. Fancy that. Anyhow, so let's get started on what worked and what did not work. First, the iPad. Yes, this is an old iPad. Yes, it's very huge, as my sister would like to make fun of me for. But it works. And we only learned that on the way home, because on the way there, it only had 1 show downloaded. The night before, my husband had downloaded a bunch of her favorite shows that are on Netflix, because Netflix works without Wi-Fi and internet and anything like that. And once you download the shows, and only 1 show downloaded. So once we got to my sister's, I downloaded everything before we left. But it helped on the way back. She got to watch the iPad. Right now she watches YouTube Kids. So it was a little bit different for her, but it still kept her in one spot. With the iPad comes these. So I got this on Amazon. Don't mind the messy cord. And it goes, you've probably seen my other video, like this. And they're headphones, so see they have these yellow inserts. And you just move them to where their little ears are, and you plug it in to the iPad, and it works. And she kept it on, which is amazing, because I was thinking with headphones of any kind, if she leaned forward, they would fall, because her head is so small, and the headphones are never tight enough. Same as the little ear ones. I feel like her little ears are little, so that wouldn't work. But this worked amazingly. And she wanted to wear it, which was nice. Next thing. Not too much of a thing that worked on the plane, but something I used were these disinfecting wipes. Little disinfecting wipes. And the trash is small. You could just put it in the back pocket of the thing. But it was a lot. But it helped a lot, because there's a lot of germs, and she has to touch everything. And if you have a toddler, you already know. So this book, I did not bring this book on purpose. It was just in her diaper bag, and I thought, man, just keep it in there. This was like a good 15 minutes of talking about all of the things. So that was surprising to me, that something old that she already had but hadn't seen in a while was still a good go-to. So that definitely did work. One thing that I was a little nervous about was Play-Doh. And I don't know how the flight attendants felt about me bringing the Play-Doh out. I didn't use it till the second round on the way home. And I just got one little one, and it came with a little toy on top where she could play with the Play-Doh in it. And I just folded down the tray and try to keep it on the tray as much as I can. Just imagine me, 6 months pregnant, Mila, 25 pounds, and a tray. It was a great show. Great show. Loved it. But yeah, the Play-Doh kept her probably 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes into not kicking the people in front of us or trying to get off and go. Because we were, forgot to mention, we were on the way home in the middle seat. Both flights. Yes, one was an hour and a half, one was 4.5 hours in the middle seat. Yes, people, middle seat on the way home. And you know, people always say, oh, she'll probably sleep. No, my child does not sleep on the plane. Never, ever. I mean, she slept one time the last 20 minutes of the hour and a half flight. And I was like, don't fall asleep. You know, you just can't keep them from falling asleep. So, moving on. On the way home, I bought this. And this has 4, 5 different things. A character, stickers, stencils, poster, crayons, and a coloring book in it. I bought this at Five Below in Virginia, and it worked. I would say it's not age appropriate, all of the things, but a few of the things did work for us. Especially the stickers. And if I can give anything, any word of advice out there, bring stickers. Bring lots and lots of stickers, because they can stick stickers all over the seat, all over the tray, all over that, and then at the end you could just pick them off and then you're done, and it's so easy. So the stickers really kept her busy for a long time. She was putting them on me, everywhere. It was great, but it did keep her sitting down, not kicking the person in front of us, or trying to stand up, or crying, or doing all those things. So that did help, and it came with crayons. She's not a fan of crayons. I feel like crayons are boring to her. So I did bring markers with us. And these, well, I'm not sure if I would bring them again because they roll. And anytime she put them down, they'd roll away. And I'm like, oh, sorry, can you give me that? So that wasn't my strong suit with the markers. But that prize pack does have lots of good stuff in it. My last resort for this whole 4 plane trips that we took was a sucker. So she doesn't get suckers, and she's never had her own sucker. The first time she had a sucker was when she got her ears pierced while we were in Virginia. Once I saw that she really liked them there, then I had my sister buy some for the plane ride home, and so this was my last resort. It worked 50-50. She would suck on it, and then it was so then it's getting in the girl's face next to us. Somehow it ended up right in the crease of my elbow, and you know how that feels. But it did keep her kind of contained a little bit. But now I have 100 of them, and we don't really eat them. So that's fun too. The snacks that worked, I don't have them here obviously, but the snacks that worked were Cheerios. They were a bit messy. The veggie straws I think are great because they're bigger. So they have to eat them, crunch by crunch, and it's not so much of a little pieces everywhere. I bought her a Lunchable. She likes turkey and cheese, but as soon as she saw the cookie, it was like, I'm having a cookie. And I was like, bah! And that's just sugar, so of course sugar on the plane, it's just great. Just great. But so we did that for lunch on the way there, And then on the way back, I did not buy Lunchables. I did make sure though she had water at all times, because when we went through security, she didn't have water, and because she had spilt it all, or she had dropped her sippy on the escalator and all the water went flying out. It was great. And she cried the whole way through security that she wanted water. So always have water. So from then on, I made sure we always had her sippy full, even if she dropped it and spilled. And I don't even know why it spilled out when she dropped it, but whatever. And what other snacks did we have? Goldfish, those work, but they do make a mess. Snacks for myself, can't forget about yourself. Otherwise, you're eating Cheerios forever, because it's gonna feel like forever. But yeah, I think I didn't bring too many snacks. And I try to stick away from the sugary ones, because I didn't want that to just hyper up even more when it was already gonna be a hard time. But overall, it wasn't bad. You just have to be prepared, and you have to lower your expectation of everything and bring everything you think's gonna work and not gonna work, or think is going to work, and then new stuff. Bringing out new stuff, I noticed she was more excited over seeing something else that she hadn't had before. All right, I think that is it. Don't forget all the snacks, of course, because that is a saver as well. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.